Hi there. So, question for you. As a caregiver, do you ever feel worried? Does that ever come up for you? I think that it's a really natural feeling and emotion to experience as a caregiver. And I also know that it can really start to eat at you and kind of break you down at times if it becomes too much. So how can we not live in worry? How can we kind of remove ourselves from that, especially if it starts to show up on a regular basis? Well, what I found is 3 really simple and effective ways to do this, and I'm going to share those with you. But first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Bethany, and I have been a family caregiver and a professional caregiver for the past 18 years. And this has all kind of led me into this path of just educating and sharing with other people some tools and working together during this caregiving experience and journey. So that's my intention, that's my goal. And we have our page, the Caregiver Tribe, which is a great community page. And we also have a group, Caregiver Tribe, Simple Tools and Inspiration. So that's where you're gonna find all the free downloads inside of that group. And you can access them all there and use them, and hopefully they help you. All right, so let's get into the 3 things that I have that can really help you to kind of break away from this feeling of worry. So the first thing that you should consider that I feel is really important is connecting with your higher power. So that's gonna be number 1. Now, for me, that's God. It might be something totally different for you, and that's fine. But connecting with your higher power is gonna just kind of ground you a little bit and help you to feel hopefully a little bit less worry in that. So for me, I ask God every day to help me be the best caregiver that I can be, to be patient, and to also have Him show me how to provide the best care possible with the best medications, doctors, and tools available, right? So that way there, like if I'm connecting to those ideas, it's gonna help me stepping into that caregiver role, family caregiver role, to just be the best that I can be for that person, okay? The second thing to consider is that old saying that hindsight is 20/20, right? That hindsight is 20/20. And why I ask you to consider that or remember that is it's helped me to be a better caregiver by keeping that in the back of my mind. And so how I employ this, how I really work that saying, if you will, is I will ask myself from time to time this question. So I will say, when I'm starting to feel worried, or like, am I not doing enough, or is my loved one, they're having all these issues that are coming up, all the maybe medical decline, right? I will simply ask myself, when my caregiving journey is complete, whatever, that means, what will I wish I had done differently? Is there anything that I'm doing right now that I'm gonna wish 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, that I did differently? And this just really allows you, it allows me anyways, to just check in with myself and say, okay, what do I need to change? What do I need to tweak, right? So that I can answer that question and feel good about it. And that right there, it just helps you to stop, pause, and identify, what can I change? What can I do differently? Maybe it's worrying about a certain medication and its side effects. Maybe it's worrying about a relationship that you have with your loved one's doctor. So what are you gonna, in 10 years from now, wish that you had done? You'll probably say, oh, I wish that maybe I'd either try to correct that relationship, or I wish that I had gotten a referral to a different doctor, right? So things like that. Or I wish that I had investigated more of those side effects and that medication. So just do that now, right? Like, what are you gonna think 5-10 years down the road, and what can you correct and do now? That right there should help ease some of the worry. And maybe you do that exercise, you ask that question, and nothing comes up because you're doing everything you can. You're doing it all, and you're doing great. You got it, right? So that's great too. So that should hopefully ease some worry. And that is our number 2. So doing that question, having that exercise. Number 3, what I have found to be very effective when I have feelings of worry is using aromatherapy. And so aromatherapy is very powerful. It's very effective when you're using oils that are pure, that are tested. If you're just using oils that you get kind of anywhere, you can actually experience adverse reactions, and they're more of like a perfume grade, and so you're not gonna get that desired outcome for helping to maybe alleviate some either stress or some worry. So what I like to do is I like a blend called the reassuring blend, right? Because when we're worried, we want to be reassured. And so I can pop a few drops of this in my diffuser and have it going throughout the house. Everybody's enjoying it and loving it. Or I'll put a couple drops right on my wrists. This is really, really nice. And so this has just plant oils in it, and they're very like calming and grounding. So getting it on my skin within 20 seconds, it'll be in my bloodstream. And that's great because it's gonna just kind of work to calm the body that way. And inhaling it, what's really, really cool is that when we inhale a pure grade essential oil, it actually bypasses the olfactory bulbs of our under here, right, in our nose, and goes to the limbic system of the brain. And so that is where mood, emotions, memories, even heart rate are controlled and can live there. So when we're talking about kind of peeling back and working on removing worry from our day, then affecting our mind and mood is also going to be a crucial piece of that. So this is a really quick, easy way to work on that, because we're just inhaling it, and within about 10-15 minutes, if that, you're gonna feel a total relaxation response and just kind of feel better within your body. And so you may need to do that. Maybe you're just doing one of these things. Maybe you're doing a combination of all 3 of these things, okay? So number 1 was connecting with your higher power. Number 2 is kind of stepping back and taking a look. Hey, is there anything I need to tweak or change here to help me to eliminate some of that worry? And number 3 is utilizing aromatherapy. And again, you want the pure and the tested one. And if you want to know more about the oils that I use, actually inside of our group, the Caregiver Tribe Simple Tools and Inspiration, you will find a free download, Aromatherapy for Caregivers, that I created. So I've been using essential oils for 9 years now, and I studied herbology before going into oils, and I'm currently working on my master's in clinical aromatherapy. So I put together this lovely download that is just for you, for caregivers, and really the 3 areas that I think that you can most benefit. Caregivers can benefit from aromatherapy. There's 3 areas in that book, or download, yeah. So go ahead and do that and look that up. And that's the 3 things. So that's what I think can really help shift you away from that feeling of worry. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped and if you got some value from it. And hopefully you did, and we'll talk soon. All right, take care.